Hello everyone, I'm on my way back home. I was in the shade, so I had to put my sweater on. So I'm on my way back home and wanted to do another video. So I took my sweater off, put it on, now I'm taking it off again. So I wanted to do another video about a TikTok clip I saw, or short, YouTube short I saw about a man saying when a woman is still talking to you and nagging you, when a woman is still talking about an issue and what men interpret as nagging them, she's still in the game. In the game means she still has feelings, she's still willing to work it out with the man, but when she's silent, then it's over. The relationship is over. She's already out the door. In her mind, she's out the door. She's leaving the relationship. She just hasn't said anything to the man about it. And as a woman, that is so true. I cannot count the number of times that I have talked to a man about an issue, and if it didn't change, I was out. And it could be simple as we don't go on dates like we used to. Now I know a different strategy. Just do something different for myself. But as a married woman, you can probably talk about your own strategies when your husband really isn't taking you into consideration. And I feel like when you're married and your husband isn't taking you into consideration, or your thoughts, or what you're asking him to do, and you keep bringing it up because it's an issue for you, is that they have checked out. And he's probably having an affair, and he probably doesn't care. And that's the one thing that the red pill community doesn't talk about. These men who were married, they don't talk about the number of times that their wives told them that they weren't happy and they needed to change something, and they didn't. They don't talk about that. All they talk about is the money they lost, the assets they lost. And I understand why, because that's how they judge themselves, and that's how society judges them. But what they don't talk about is what they refuse to do differently to make sure the relationship survived. So what I'm talking about is, similarly, we women, we tell the men in our lives, in our relationships, our romantic relationships, what we need, what's missing, and they do nothing to change. They're happy the way things are. On some level, they know that you're going to keep doing what you have always done, especially if there are children involved. But we have to learn, or you with children have to learn how to shake shit up, shake stuff up while you still fulfill your responsibilities as a mother. Not a wife, but as a mother. And be willing to lose the relationship because of it. Now, some of you may be married to men who make a lot of money, and you're not willing to have your children suffer because of the financial fallout that could happen. But you can still do things differently so that you are more pleased and happy in the relationship, and you can stop asking him for stuff that you need or want. And so he's right. When a woman is still talking about the same stuff and saying it in different ways, the same subject said in different ways, she is still attached to him. She still wants the relationship to work, whether it's a marital relationship or a mated relationship. On some level, he's right. She still wants the relationship. But from my own experience, and I'm sure you can attest to this too, is when I stop talking about something, I'm mentally out the door, I'm emotionally out the door, and that's that. So I stop asking, I stop wanting, and I start planning my exit. Now, I never lived with a man. I lived with a man one time in my life. I think I was like 27, 28. So I didn't have to like physically remove myself from the relationship, meaning because we were living together, I didn't have to physically remove myself. But I did remove myself emotionally and mentally from the relationship. And so when I stopped talking about something, the issue, I've had enough and I'm gone. I'm just preparing myself. When I stopped talking about it, I did something about it and I was gone, and there was no going back either. So he's right about that. Let me know in the comments if you think that what he said is true, or if you agree with me. And really that applies to any relationship. It could be employment. When I've asked for a raise, or a particular person, staff person, coworker, colleague is rude and disrespectful to me, and my concerns are not addressed, I start planning an exit. I was like, well, I've been talking about this for a month or 2 months or whatever it is, and now I'm out. And so you stop talking about it and you start looking for another job. You start thinking of ways to remove yourself from the situation. So it doesn't even matter what kind of relationship it is. It could be any kind, platonic, romantic, or employment. You're out. Don't forget the Taste and Tattle Valentine's Day Coffee Social is Saturday, February 15th. I will put the link in the description. And what else regarding that? Yeah, and I may have said this already, but we just got to change our behavior. When the man don't act right, and he don't act like he cares, like you tell him, this is a good example. You tell him, I need help with these kids. I need help with dinner. You come home earlier than me some nights. Get started. I don't even care what you fix. You don't even have to consult me on what I want to eat. Just have something ready for me and these kids when we walk through the door. And he don't do it. I think this is applicable to anyone, married or single, or living with somebody. Stop cooking. Stop cooking. Come in with food for you and nothing for him. And don't share it. And you don't even have to bring it in the house. You can eat it at the restaurant. You can eat it in your car. And when you get home, or feed the kids in the car, or whatever it is, and when you get home, you have nothing for him. Nothing. Now, it could go down a slippery slope where he start doing the same thing. Well, if he don't step it up and he don't recognize your concern about this, then the relationship is probably over anyway, or out the door. That's the way I see it. Because we get afraid that we're going to lose this man and this relationship, and it could be your marriage. Well, if that thing is that you keep asking him to help you with, and he doesn't help you, he don't care about how you feel anyway. He doesn't care about how you feel anyway. And you have to decide, am I going to do something different to get his attention, or am I going to keep complaining and nagging, which shows that you're still attached and you still want the relationship to work, as opposed to just doing something different. And he'll figure it out. If he don't want to lose you, he'll get his stuff together. And if he don't care about losing you, then he won't. Plain and simple to me. And it may be hurtful, but I like dealing in doggone truth. I like dealing with truth. And sometimes people can't tell the truth. They can't verbally speak the truth. But you can see the truth in their behavior. You can see the truth in their behavior. So, get out of Dodge. Do something different. Put a time limit on it. It's like, I'm going to do this for this amount of time just to see what he's going to do. And then stop complaining. In their mind, men's minds, they see us repeating the same stuff over and over again as nagging and complaining. Stop and start changing your behavior and see how that works for you. And be ready to lose the relationship if it's worth losing. and be ready to live a single life as a married woman if it's financially beneficial for you to stick it out till the children turn 18, 25, or whatever age you decide. You hear me? I'll repeat. If the relationship isn't worth saving and he doesn't want to do his part, mentally prepare to leave. If the relationship is financially beneficial for you and your family to stay and put up with his non-participation, be prepared to live your life as a single married woman and strategize on how to make that beneficial for you. Because in this game of life, it is chess and not checkers. And I've been playing checkers a very long time. And you know, checkers don't last long. Either you come to a stalemate or you have a winner in a game that can be over in 10 minutes. Chess can last for weeks and months with the same two people. So it's about strategy and not short-term game. I had to learn that at 59, I had to learn that. So now I feel like I'm winning in some way because I am doing hypergamy, dating hypergamously, and I'm enjoying it, y'all. I'm enjoying it. And I got fruits to show. Okay. See you on Saturday, February 15th at the Valentine Social in Atlanta, Georgia. Bye.